In the Gold Prayer Book, please turn to page 27, and we'll start with the 7 limb prayer. Gosum gupe gone chatselo nge sham yitu chudi malubu tomene sadi tuntam cheshak kepa gewanam la sheirang korwa matum bardule june rola cheki kolo korwa dang da shengena janchu Chenmo. Now please turn to page 97. On the bottom of the page you see the short mandala offering. So we'll chant that in Tibetan. Saji perki jushing metok tamri rabliji nite genpari sangye shingdu mikte hua Jetsun Lama Dampa Kena Ichukala Kense Chujintri Jita Tsampe Duche Sima Lasha Gecherki Chapaptusu Idam Guru Ratamandalakam Niryatayami Judan Soki Chonam La Janju Bardu Dani Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyangi Pesernam Gi Dora Penchu Sangye Tupasho Judan Soki Chonam La Janju Bardu Dani Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyangi Pesernam Gi Dora Penchu Sangye Tupasho Judan Soki Chonam La Janchu Bardu Dani Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyangi Pesernam Gi Dola Penchu Sangye Tupasho
Nideshi Watsonda Kuji Nije Nishi Dumze Kayanda Nala Bemba Janda Namji Nije Jide Denu Wanda Yanda Debedu Nama Kuden Nazo Dezom Nine Jose Melo Jala Jene Nala Jose Alo Kagete Jene Tade Deme Dejeme Debanji Jeshi Deba Zobel Tanje Manam Je Tamba Dena Jose Lo Kange Tuze Jesun Nawada Jeba Beja Dambe Jene Dejeme Godam Dena Jose Welcome back. Welcome back. Little one does not get much chance. Welcome back to the class. Oh. You don't mind to take a few minutes maybe to introduce to yourself each other. Few minutes. Sorry, it's not me, it's frog. That's frog, not me. So right from the beginning, so we become attached to self. Right from the beginning. Then from there, so then my things then become more powerful attachment rise. So therefore, it's very important to figure it out, important to find out what is self, that you become attached right from the beginning. Do you have any clue what is self? It's important to analyze, I should not go with that, should not just, easily go with that feeling of self, so that feeling of self, experience of self needs to analyze. So just think about according to emptiness theory or teachings, suggest a root of all the problems that we experience, all the complications, all the difficulties we experience. According to the teaching of emptiness, what they are suggesting is the root is self-grasping mind that grabs so tightly on self. We have no clue. So just think about, or ask yourself question, what is the root of all the problem? Why? There's a question, needs to answer, why? The teaching on emptiness is explaining the root of all the problems and how to tackle that root. So this is a big thing. It's not just like pain in the ear and thinking about how to get rid of that. No, this is like talking about a root of all the problems for good. So then we begin with that. What is self? Self. So that all begin with the trying to find out self that you grab so tightly. What that self looks like. What it looks like. What is it? What is it? Okay. So go through that, or go through 5 aggregate, so then you meditate once in a while, you meditate, am I my body? If you say yes, don't just go with that answer. Need to debate. Oh, yes, then how's about this and this, how you going to answer that? How are you going to answer this? That, there are many questions that need to be answered. You can just say yes and satisfy, it's not good. Am I my feeling? And there's 2 possibilities, yes or no. You can't say I don't know. That means you need. If you say I don't know, then you need to figure it out. You need to know. It's important. Okay. You go through that. All go through that, and see. Did you find? Did you find the self that's so upset? Did you find the self that's so anyway, so we all did I already explained that. Today, new mobile, today, Rangi Parche, Nawa Michawaji, Chive Nawa Micha, Pumota, Cancer, lineage, but Jins. When you analyze, when you start to analyze how you see self, you see self based on this aggregate, and you see that self is not just, you see something that's like exist from its own side. Am I making any sense? When you say, oh, somebody called Geshe Gelek, so then same like frog. The way we perceive things is like almost like it's there from its own side. It's not just, oh, it's like there's nothing to do my perception. It's just there. That's how I see. But it's called. Based on this body, it's called Geshe Gelek. Based on this body, it's called Geshe Gelek. It's not like Geshe Gelek. You don't see Geshe Gelek from the physical side. It's just called. You know, when I finished my study, I was called Geshe. That's the title. Before that, there's no Geshe. Nobody see Geshes. Same like you, graduate students. When you become PhD, you are called doctor. Before that, there's no doctor. So doctor is called. You are called doctor. It's not like doctor is there. It's not like that, you know. It's the same, you know, like John was called based on this aggregate, was called based on so many different conditions, causes, conditions, that you are called John. You are called John. So now, you know, that's how I see. Each time when I feel somebody call me Geshe, each time when I feel, oh, today I'm not very happy. No, that each time when I feel each time when I'm experiencing self, how I perceive self, it's almost like it is there on the body. It's not just, oh, that body was used as a base, then that's called Geshe. That's not how I see. So that's one of the mistakes has been mentioned is like that. That's not how we see. We don't see, oh, this was called Geshe Gelek. That's why it's Geshe Gelek. That's not how we see. Oh, this was called, you know, like, this was labeled, you know, it's just labeled. Parchu means your perceptions. Your perceptions or your mind label, oh, that is bad. If the bad is right there, then everybody should see the bad. But that's not the case. You know, some person you don't like, you call, oh, that person's kind of mean. Doesn't mean the mean is not there. It was called based on certain condition, causes of condition. You are called is a bad was called. It's not there. If it's there, everybody should see that, but not everybody will see. Some people don't care. You know? Some people think it's good. You know, that's why there's different perception of one object, different perceptions. Like say, yeah, it's your world is your perceptions. It's not that's not occasionally shared by someone else, but mainly is your thing, is your perceptions. It's not like mainly, who knows? Then not mainly is your perceptions. Then occasionally shared by common people, what's called common karma. You know, so so this is important. He says. Teach him at that moment you experience self, the moment the very moment you experiencing self, how you experience, how you perceive, are you perceiving self that was whole based on aggregate, or you see that self is something there? So that's the thing, okay, that's the thing. Oh. That's not, according to this teaching, emptiness, it says, generally speaking, that's not how we perceive self. The way we perceive self is already there. It's not just called based on aggregate, then it was called. That's not how we see. The way we see is already there. Good, pain, fear, anxiety, all of them is there. It's not just called. It's just there, almost independent there. No? So that's mistake. Okay. Michawa pungpo tena ti tine kansa re linge means like kansa linge means like very like how to say like how to say I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to, but better not to try. Better don't try to translate. I don't know how to translate. Linge means like it's just there. It's just obviously it's very obvious. It's very obvious. Obvious, very vivid. It's very vivid. Notion of self. It's not fake. It's real. It's real. It sounds real. It seems real. It's very vivid. That sense of self based on the aggregate, that's very obvious. It's not just vague. It's very obvious. Huh? Now the question is how you see, how you perceive. Now you perceive that's like, oh, that's like I was called Geshe Gelek based on my appearance. That's what I was called. It's not like, oh, it is there from its own side. Maybe I'm not making any sense. So move on. Okay, so better move on. If I'm not making any sense, better to move on. What I think, that's what frog does, yeah. Oh, tell us. So with that perceptions, then attachment, anger, so on and so forth, all rise. Attachment, anger, so on and so forth rise based on that mistaken, that misunderstanding of self based on aggregate, then all this disturbance thought rise. That's what it says here. So next time I'll bring the photo of the Lama, if I get one, so then look at him. Otherwise it sounds like I'm the one who's making it up. Before it's just thought, it's just disturbing thought. Nobody sees it. Nobody sees. It's here. It's rising inside. Nobody sees. You are the only one who sees. Nobody else sees. It's coming. It's coming. Nobody sees. If you are doing some practice, or if you are when I say if you are doing some practice, if you have been thinking about how to. If you have been thinking about the drawback of negative disturbing thought, if you are thinking about the benefit of positive thought, if you've been thinking about that long period of time, so then those disturbing thoughts generated solely based on this misconception of self. When it rises and it won't produce any actions. You one way or another you you control them. You control them, weaken them, stop them before it come into actions. Otherwise, when it comes into actions, so then that's called karma. Then you create karma. You create physical action. You create verbal action. You create mental action. That means you act on the thought. The minute it rises, you don't take it. You don't take time. You don't like sit back and think. You just react right away. That is karma. That's actions. If it's like negative, then there will be result, negative result. No. So then those actions become the cause for problems, more problems. Therefore, it's better to cut the root of all this problem. What is that root? That root is mind that grasping so tightly on self that self probably does not exist at all. It just made it up. It does not exist. So much things been piled on that, but very foundation is not there. So once you realize it's not there, everything that's piled on that just disappear like that. Just disappear like that. Similar like seeing like some kind of like piece of log or trees, And of course there's many conditions. There's not much light there, and top of that there's some kind of rumors around that areas. So then you in the night you see it's like start to move. There's just tree. So then it start to have all kind of like that happened. Probably happened here. It happened also in So my teacher, Khyentse Rinpoche, and one of his friends, now his friend, he was the one who saw, is already passed away, in Buksa, after like, when like Tibet was invaded in 1959, a lot of people, they escaped from Tibet. So then Indian government, they put, like, most of them into this place called Buksa that used to be prison during the British occupations. That used to be, that's why where the Mahatma Gandhi was imprisoned in that area called place called Buksa. So there's a lot of rumor there, because so many people have been killed there. So this big prison camp, that's where all the monks have been put there temporarily. So there people start to see some kind of ghost. So one night there's a monk called Geshe, he went to use the bathroom. There's no indoor bathroom, go outside. There's like some moonlight is out. He's sitting down for peeing. All of a sudden he saw one bald man kind of moving like this. And that probably he told my teacher, Khyentse Rinpoche, who already came here 2 times, told their classmate, he told that there's something out there, the moving head, head was moving. So they went, tried to find out, went out. Turns out there's a big piece of leaf, has some water on that, then the reflection of the moon, there's been so many causes and conditions, become one bald person, become ghost. So of course there's fear, there's fear, all kinds of things. Once you find out there's a piece of leaf, all this fear is gone. Maybe that's exactly what happened. Once we see emptiness, so much has been built on this notion of self, that so tightly grabbed by mind, which does not exist at all. Once you realize that everything is possible, that is gone like that. That's what is. Now, next time when you hear emptiness, what is emptiness? Is it's a view, it's a correct view. is emptiness is the view, correct view. There is no helps you to cut the root of all the problems. That's what is emptiness. Okay, emptiness. Doesn't mean nothingness. Teya chama tima as I then already said. Teya likewise, seeing some shadow as a something, scorpion, cockroach, basically some shadow. Why you see that? There's many reasons. There's not much light inside the house. It's kind of far away. It's in the corner of the house. It's not right in front of your eyes. So many components contributed. That's how you start to see the shadow is like some kind of creatures. And that start to move and start to coming closer to you. All these hallucinations. Hallucination based on ignorance, not knowing what's the reality. So number two. It's very interesting. It's all mind, I think. What do you think? It's all perceptions. So in monastery, so in the evening, we don't have. Now we do have fans. No air conditioning there. There's no. When I was there, there's no fan at all. There's no fan. When the weather gets hot, what do? You take out your shirt. Then that's how you cool down. You don't wear your shirt. So there's a rumor. There's like. But the power has been cut every day, like every month. Sometimes it cuts morning to noon, there's no power. Sometimes it cuts noon to evening, then they rotate every month. 1 month, no power in the morning, 1 month, there's no power in the evening. So then sometimes, once in a while, the electricians, the Indian people, the electrician comes and fixing something on the post. The people who are doing that, tuning on and off, not being aware, turn off the lights for power, that person kind of like gets shocked, and basically died there on the post, inside the monastery. So then who knows, then people say there's like ghosts, so like in the middle of the night, like then somebody probably, I'm not sure, maybe some naughty monks making this up, or I'm not sure. Then you hear this voice, at night, maybe somebody say, there's some monks, they're just making this up, so shouting in the middle of the night. Monk doesn't go to bed till 1, so they're doing a lot of recitations, so then by the time everybody goes to bed, it's like around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Who knows, maybe some naughty monk like me are making noise out there to scare people. Anyway, so I was, I was doing my recitation in my house, and no clothes on there up there. It was very hot. All of a sudden, I feel like somebody's touching behind, or maybe somebody just feel like somebody's going by, but actually there's nothing there. But somehow cannot stay there. Need to get out of the house. But actually, there's nothing there. So it happened. So. So then talking about karma, so then I have one roommate now. He's no longer a monk, but he lives in New York City. So he's my roommate. I thought maybe I'll scare him tonight. So what I did, I probably, the monks, we have this rope, we have this belt. I tied 2 belts together, and I tied with his pillow. Tie with the pillow, so then, room is very small. It's not like the small room, 2 bed. My bed is close to the door, his bed there. So I tie his pillow, and I just hide our belt, hide it behind there's no space. Then right next to my pillow, I thought I'm going to pull very, very strong. I'm going to pull so hard at the middle of the night, scare me out. So then probably fall asleep. Then I wake up, probably it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, I wake up. So then I just roll my hand like this, make sure I pull very hard like this. Just pull like, all of a sudden there's like table in front of him. Table just scared me to death. Not him. He this kid already found out. He tied that on the. You can see this. The monastery table is different. It's like almost like dronasi, like that. There's no solid plywood here. He tied it there. So I'm not expecting table to come out. I'm expecting pillow. It all maybe makes. So that's the result of karma. So anyway, so this all not having clear understanding of ghost. So then you feel something starting going by, even though I'm reciting this Lama Tsongkhapa text about emptiness, but so hard. Anyway, so so all of that, seeing something outside, even though it's like some kind of tree or some kind of, could be garbage can, start to move, but actually that's not what it is. It is like garbage, or it's like something, it's just moving. But in your mind, it's like some kind of like creatures, like that. So this all, that's all sees that because due to many causes and conditions, it's not just nobody will see this like piece of cockroach because it's very obvious. There's a lot of light. It can be this piece of equipment cannot be mistaken with a cockroach. If there's not much light, it's on some corner, then there's possibilities. Like that. Similarly, all the problems that we experience is similar. There's so many different causes and conditions. Then that's how I say, this is human, or this is mule, or this is a donkey, or this is a rabbit. What is this? What is this? Is this frog? Yeah. Frog with the renunciations already developed because it's like sitting on the lotus. So this is all like, there's like, see, di miyo, di tao nyamdo, ranglo chuni demba zumaji. That's how we see things. Tela demba tuba kaya medo nido, loda chini ngishi che dos. So, but you see, but in the that's how you see, but mentally, it is just label. It's just called mule. It's just based on this. In mentally, the eye, through eye you see is mule. The mentally is just called mule. Mule was called. It was label. It was label. Based on the valid base. Okay. Towards our six senses. Kang nawa ditamji demba mesh no nawa jume tungo tabutans. Jume tungo is Jume is like illusions. See, the mind is like clear lake. Mind is like clear lake. Clear lake. The six senses of man, clear lake. Internal things, external things, all of them reflects into the lake. It is called reflections. It's called reflection in the lake. You can't call, table in the lake. There's no table in the lake. There's a reflection of the table in the lake. Reflection. It's all reflections. See, the mind is like lake. Everything reflects. Looks exactly like table, look exactly like Geshe Gelek, but that's the reflection of Geshe Gelek. It's not really Geshe Gelek. It's the reflections. It's a reflection of my face. It's not really my face. When you see your face in the mirror, that's a reflection of your face. It's not your face. That sounds quite obvious, right? Nobody will say, "Oh, that's my face." This is not my face. That's one step progress, I think. When they show the mirror to animals, you see, gorilla, how they react. They're about to fight. They back up. They don't know. It's a reflection. They are treating that like real. How much energy is invested that to analyze, go behind the mirror, coming back, then going close, then going far away, then running towards, throwing something. That's hallucinated. China chana, jumamana, the china chana, internal thing, internal existence, all the emotions, external existence, all of that we see. It's like illusions. It's like illusion. Why it's like illusion? Because when it reflects, the reflection looks exactly like that, but that's not what it is. It's a reflection of has a cheesecake in the lake. Reflection of the banana bread. Reflection of the banana bread. Good one. One that Kandola made, the good one. Reflection of a Kandola banana bread in the water. If you believe there's a banana bread, you are not going to get banana bread from Kandola. Or like that. Yeah, if you are, yeah, so Juma, Chinang Chönam, Chinang, internal existence, external existence, all of that, that includes notion of self, your perceptions. Juma Melam, the Juma is like illusion, it's like dream. When you dream, then what happened is like it's real. It's not joke, it's real. It's real. And when you awake, then you realize that's dream. It's not real. You realize dream. But when you're dreaming, you didn't realize that dream. If you recognize while you're dreaming, if you recognize it's dream, then there'll be no fear or anxiety. If you don't know that you're dreaming, so if you treat it like dream is not real, so then all kind of emotions rise. The minute you wake up, over. So Chinang, Chönam, Juma, illusion, Milam, dream. Tavyachona, Dasu Chijindus. Clear lake, like our perception, our mind, clear lakes. You see the reflections. Looks exactly like banana cake, but it's not banana cake. It's not banana cake. It's not banana cake. If you try to get, you are not going to get banana cake. It's just reflections. Even though you see, but you know it's not banana bread, it is like the reflection of banana bread. Even though you see, even though it looks like banana bread, but you know it's not banana bread, it's a reflection of banana bread. So now can you apply that to your mind? Something that reflects in your mind. That's what it's called concentration like illusions. What's called concentration like illusions? That means, you not serious as you think. It's like illusion. It's like dream. It's like illusions. It's like my perception. It's not my perception. It's not absolute. It's not inherent. It's not independent. It's my perceptions. My perceptions. That's how I see. That's how I see. That's not how things exist. That's how I see. That's the beginning of the problem. That's how I see. So then, not just see, then believing in. So then that becomes problems. Seeing one thing. Yeah, of course, like as I said, magicians see the magic trick. You see, both of you see. What's different? Magicians don't believe what they see. They know it's not real, it's just trick. But you believe. You believe. Same people who see emptiness, they see flower, they see frog, you see frog. They see, you see, everything see. What's the difference? But they don't believe what they see. I don't mean like, probably you understand what I'm saying, believe means, So now based on that, so now we will see slowly how to heal physical problems related to the mind through knowledge of emptiness, how to heal. When you summarize, dona ombotu, 6 senses. We all have 6 senses. Ombotu la kangnawa. Whatever that appears, whatever that reflects, truth, as a truth. Whatever that reflects towards our 6 senses, reflects to our 6 senses. Ombotu la kangnawa. Kandola, did you eat the reflection of banana bread? I should not start banana bread. Ongbotula, Kangnawa, Ditamje, Dembar Meshindo. So that's the tough one. Whatever that reflects into our 6 senses, or reflection of everything that within the 6 senses, Dembar Meshindo Nawa. That's how we see. But that's not how things exist. Therefore, it's called illusions. That's how you see. That's not what happens. Reality, that's called trick. That's called magic trick. No. See? Makes sense? A little bit? That's how you see. That's not that's not how it's happening in reality. Reality, there's no reality, there's trick. Therefore it's called illusions. Therefore it's called dream, like illusion. Not illusion, like dream, okay? Tönla mimba shik yimba true so double tönla mimba yimba. Yeah, so then what happens? Something that's not cockroach, you start to see cockroach. Something that's not the person, then you start to see moving. This all like, that's how you see. This is not how things are. Nibo kaya meba chubur tabuda. Chubur means bubble in the water. It does not have any essence. It's just bubble. In a second it'll burst. So bubble is commonly used as an example that something that does not have qualities or something that has not importance. Like bubble means like it happened, it just burst. So because it's like echo. You say hello, then it's kind of reflect back. It's like it's echo. It's So in America, what you use echo as a what example? Echo exemplify what? Huh? This is all like they use as an example as something that's not true, something that's not true, not real, like dream, like illusion, like echo, like mirage, mirage, you see as a water, but that's the combination of sunlight and the sand, and sunlight will create this mirage, but looks like water, but you go there, there'll be no water. It's like mirage, like that. For the sake of knowledge, okay, but it's contributed, so many causes contributed that echo. Tetapi tuna did tatu tuela me to nyam to lota chini chibi ngishan. So that's what you need to meditate on. That is that's maybe that's opposite way to say. Iji meba tachu. Mentally you decided that doesn't exist. Mentally you decided that doesn't exist based on your knowledge, based on your experience, whatever the reason might be, you decided it doesn't exist at all. What happened when you see that, the very thing that you decided it doesn't exist? When you see that things, what kind of thought rise? Immediately, what kind of thought rise? Mentally, you are 100%, you decided it doesn't exist over some times, and after a few months you see. What kind of mindset rise? Is that illusions? What kind of mind rise? Mind that rise, see that as like illusions or what? Something to think about. So maybe, I'm not sure, can you switch or not? Maybe mentally decide it's not there, so maybe, I don't think you can say, I decide it's not there. You cannot say that. Can you say? No, I'm not. Anyway, I don't think that's making any sense. Just leave that out. That example. What we're trying to figure out here, we're trying to understand what is self. That's the point. That's the whole point. We're trying to understand. We're trying to gain clear understanding of self. Not just rely on our perceptions. Our perceptions, how we perceive self, you can't rely on that. You can't rely on that. Could be mistaken. They could be mistaken. So that's the things that need to find out. Okay. Dona che teta bi nawa ditam je rang le che shaba ma do tela khaya demba to me jo ta ni je de demba me de do da sangi. So then why like, or if not, then why all these things happening? These things happening based on different causes and different conditions. Why you are not seeing the star during the daytime? There's no conditions to see star during the daytime. Doesn't mean they are not there, because there are no conditions there. When you see at nighttime, when you see star, why you see that? All the conditions come together, then you see. Daytime you don't see star, doesn't mean they are not there. They are there. You don't see because there's no conditions. That's why everything's happening in our life based on causes and conditions. Not because they exist the way we perceive. That's why. That's not why we are experiencing things. We are experiencing things based on causes and conditions, not based on how we are perceiving things. Not based on that. Not based on that. So this two important things. we are not experiencing based on how we are perceiving things, not based on that. We are experiencing not just bad, all good, every pleasure, happiness, all of that. We are experiencing all of that based on causes and conditions, different causes and conditions, not based on how we are perceiving things, not based on that. We can base on that, and then many problems occurs. Okay, maybe further down. Okay, why is this happening? Everything's happening due to causes and conditions. That's called interdependent causes and conditions. Interdependence. So, one way to call, you could say appearances means same thing. Appearances means interdependent, same thing. Now, Tongpa, emptiness. Tongpa. There are two things happening. One is appearance, everything you see, that's called interdependent appearance. Tongpa means whatever you see, experience, these are all happening based on level. They put on level. It's not something they are happening from their own side. It's levels. No, so we are very much level-oriented beings. Without level, unless you see, you can pinpoint. Otherwise, you have to understand level. So, what is, Gonga? Gonga? Yeah, see. So that's why level-oriented. Gonga means egg. This in Tibetan it's called Gonga means egg. So now I'm not saying something very profound. So it's like that's not how we see. We don't see level. We see something concrete. Something concrete. So think about that. Okay. Now here now. Now everything that you see. Now Tongpa, emptiness. Ni, two of them. If you think, these are kind of like, sounds like contradictions, that means we still don't understand what Buddha meant, meaning of those two things. These two things complement each other. It's not contradictions. Complement each other. Nawaje, Tombani, Chikto, Doa Dila, then Tabjesundri Lam loves. So that's why Heart Sutra, form is emptiness, emptiness is form is not other than emptiness, emptiness is not further than, not either other than form. So that is like one coin, two sides. It's not two separate coins. It's like one coin, two sides. Coins two sides. Means one entity. That's more like philosophical things. So now, whenever you experience self, sense of self, I, pause, sit back, pause, analyze. This body, when you are experiencing self, sit back, relax, sit back, take your time, analyze this body. How do you analyze this body, this very body, this body? That is the byproduct of egg and sperm. Sperm, that's the byproduct of that. That's what it is. That's what it is. Whether you agree or not, that's what it is. There's nothing to debate. There's nothing to debate. That is what it is. There's nothing to debate. When you ask scientists, that's what they tell. No, there's nothing to debate. At the end, this body is going to be disintegrated. At the end. Therefore, there's not really as a therefore, there's no concrete reason to become attached, or cherish. Touch means make the decisions. This I pause, analyze. If that sense of I is referring towards your body, then this body is the byproduct of sperm and the egg. That's what it is. That's how it happens. And this things, these solid things will disintegrate. Therefore, therefore there's no really concrete reason to hold so tightly, so grab so tightly, or like cherishing. So nyamdo touch and rangsim nilungan shas. Touch and so decided is not this is what it is. And then you just let your mind, you let your mind that's hard to Nilu, that's like the middle way. Nilu. Yeah, basically, don't think anything. Just let the mind, just let it be. Just let it be. Let it be. In the beginning, I think I pause. If that refers more towards body, or this body is made out of byproduct of sperm and egg, then then eventually it will disintegrate. There's nothing to be hold on. There's nothing to be hold on. When it disintegrates, there's nothing to be hold on. There's nothing to be cherished. There's no disintegrate. So then, right after that, no analysis. Just how is it? Just the mind. Let it be. Let it be. How you say? Rangsem nilu tayang antu Rangsem, your mind. Nilu tayang, your mind, just let that mind sink into emptiness. Does sound better? Does sound better, a little better? Let your mind sink into the knowledge of, or the experience of emptiness, or knowledge of emptiness. How you do? Basically, think nothing. Because you've been thinking, oh, I am so angry. Then you pause. If that I refers to body, this body, so then this body is like byproduct of the sperm and egg, so that eventually it will disintegrate. There's nothing to really to hold and cherish or grip so tightly. Then right after that, it says, so occasionally I very much wish that you speak Tibetans. In case like something like this, I very much wish that you speak Tibetan, then you hear Tibetans. So then no need to, I don't need to translate that. Well, decided, oh, there's nothing to be hold on or cherished or like grab, because it is a byproduct of reason, is a byproduct of sperm and egg. Just think about that from egg. So it will disintegrate. There's a reason why there's no need to so tightly, so like that. So then right after that, ransom your mind, let it sink, probably that's better. Let it center or sink into the realization or experience or knowledge of emptiness. Means nothing, basically. Hard to do. Like that, Kibusami. I'm not my body. Am I my body? No. Am I liquid in my body? No. Maybe that's one way to get to that. Maybe. Am I heat in my body? No. Am I oxygen? Very oxygen I breathe? No. Am I space in my body? No. Am I my consciousness? No. Where is self? Where is self now? Wow. So maybe that's the one way to get, that's the one way, that's maybe one way. Right after that, maybe you can say that, right after that you can go through that, and just when you see, oh, that's auspicious. So that's auspicious. So then we are going to see emptiness very quickly. My teacher will be very happy when that happens. I mean, like especially the senior monks, they certain, like they're very much tradition. They rely on certain sign. So I usually don't. So anyway, so now that's how you probably get into that the space that there's it's just let your mind center or sink into the emptiness. What it looks like? It looks like space. What is there? Nothing. Oh. Meditative equipoise. So they say that again, the Nyamsha Nangwata Tony, so I think that's all written that term. Jeto Jumata thinks is like the concentration, like illusions. Does that ring any bells?
Oh, those samadhi on illusions?
Oh.
Samadhi on illusions?
Samadhi are like illusions?
Samadhi on illusions. I think that's
this third term is very important for the sake of knowledge, very important to learn this third term. Nyamsha Namgata Tony. Nyamsha is meditative equipoise. Namgata Tony means emptiness like space. Does that ring any bell? Yeah, then say it if they ring any bells. So maybe only written, people only took note, I think. I mean, in the better English. My English is probably not good. I want you to really understand that. Nyamsha Namgata Tony means meditative equipoise on emptiness like space. Space like emptiness.
Right. Let's see.
So that's what exactly what it looks like. It looks like space, nothing else. Do you see something? Yes. What it looks like space, nothing else. What is it? Maybe that is ultimate reality. Yeah, going through the what is self now? What is self? I thought that self, this is self, that self. I went through each one of them. Turns out there's no self. Now what is self? This is merely level based on aggregate. That's what self is. That's self. That's how I experience, probably not. So anyway, so like that. So look, maybe Lamla, you can talk to Chukila. Maybe Chukila might have those two terms. I think for the sake of knowledge. So next time when you see this term, so then you know what it means. Okay.
I think, Geshe, I think she was talking about the passages in the Lamrim section of the Guru Puja, like space-like practice of emptiness.
Oh, that space-like
practice or yoga of emptiness. And then the other one was after that, the samadhi on an illusion, or the illusion-like practice of emptiness during post-meditation.
Oh yeah, these two terms is very important to learn. So maybe people need to learn. So then I already explained that what it means. You may think, oh, I'm going to see something very special. No, you are going to see nothing. Don't expect that you are going to see something very special nobody saw. No. You are going to see something, what it looks like space. That's all it's going to look like. You see space? Huh? Do you see space? No? No. Really? Kenza, what is this?
Space.
You don't see? Oh, now that's a big problem. Kenza, really you don't see? You don't call see.
Right, you know what it is, but you don't perceive it with your eyes necessarily.
How you walk from here to there? How you walk from here? That's good. That's very interesting. You don't see.
Yeah.
You feel. Do you feel? Do you feel? Huh?
Geshe, I think we kind of see it as seeing the absence of a thing. So like there's space between me and the altar, and I can see that there's space between me.
Can you explain space? Can you explain?
Space is emptiness. Yeah. Space is the absence of...
Can you describe space? Oh, it's like beyond descriptions, beyond word. It's beyond word? No, don't rely on dictionary, rely on a person. See, you can explain. I say, like, do you ever experience like that when you meditate? Do you ever experience reaching like, I'm not sure how to say it now. No, like space. Do you ever experience the space? This is, once again, what it says, the term?
The space-like practice of emptiness.
This is
also, the space-like yoga of single-minded placement upon ultimate truth.
Tibetan, there's one word. Tibetan, that's why it's more complicated. Namka literally means sky. Sky. So then use same word, space, use the same word. But English, there's difference between sky and space. You see sky. Do you see sky? That's interesting. That you don't see space, but you see sky.
I don't think you notice space. You see it, but you don't notice it.
Sky, you notice.
Yeah, and I think it's because of context.
Mm.
You see things, you notice things in context. So you can see the sky, so you notice it.
Mm.
Space, on the other hand, I'm aware of it when you tell me to look.
Mm.
Oh. Hi. I think that space is seen in context. So when you say to us, Geshe, do you see space? Then what I look, I see you sitting there, and I do see space between us.
Mm.
But I wouldn't notice it. Whereas when I look up at the sky, I see it. It's in context for me, so I notice it. That's how it feels.
Sky is only up there. There's no sky. This is no sky.
Sky wouldn't be down here for me. No, I don't. It may be for some, but not for me.
Sky is just the blueness that we see up there. We don't see the space in between that.
Mm.
It's the color.
The blue. Then what happens if you go up? You see blue. No, then the further, like how many, like now you see sky. When you go up there, you still see sky. How far? Then there's no sky. There's no sky.
There's two kinds of space. There's
Yeah.
outer space, like planets and stars and things, and then there's this space in between us. And then sky, we talk a lot about the atmosphere, but when the meditations that are done in like the intro classes and DB classes, they do use the word sky. Sky like empty, like sky and space, they use both of those. So we understand the word sky to describe, David, you can help me if you want, you've probably done this meditation, like an awareness, like that, sky-like. So we think of sky in that way as well, but a lot of times as the atmosphere.
Very good, yeah. Okay, so now this, somebody want to say? Yeah, somebody.
So, could it be like when you meditate on death disillusions, you think of it as like the clear dawning of an autumn sky?
No. Let's say it again.
When you go through
Yeah.
disillusion,
Disillusion.
like the clear dawn of an autumn sky. At one point, that's what you see.
No.
Clear, orange autumn sky.
Yeah, that's probably like experience the clear light. So that's
So
the
it's not like emptiness.
that's same thing. Same thing. Like that that time it naturally happens. It naturally happens to all of us. Then if you can able to grasp, because you have like what you call child killer light. Not child, the mother killer light. A child that's called everybody experience. That's called mother killer light. It just naturally happens at that time. The child killer light is something that you meditate while you're before that death and dying process starts. So before while you are alive, if you are meditating on emptiness, so then you kind of like you yourself introduced to child killer light, or you recognize child killer light. So when you are dying, So then during the death dissolution process, when you have that experience, that everybody experiences that, then you kind of like introduce the child light, clear light, to the mother clear light. You kind of like, then instantaneously probably liberated. So that required meditation on emptiness way before.
Could we imagine that it's like that?
Yeah. So now, of course, at the beginning, you just need to imagine, so then it's not going to be real, imagine, so then go there. So now here, so 1 second. Here, so that's what I'm trying to, maybe today, the time's over now, so that's what I'm trying to, next Wednesday, that's what I'm trying to do, like, doing these meditations, one or more than one, or thinking like that. So I did not explain the meditation, I just touched briefly. I didn't went through all of them. So that's next Wednesday what's going to come, what's coming next Wednesday. This doing meditation one time or more than one, or thinking pretty much same, some Denge just saw the was. Denge, the obstacle, K is like, but the is more like obstacle caused by invisible beings that we cannot see. K, there's obstacle probably caused by also human too, not the invisible being. So this will help to protect you from that. See, the meditations. If you feel like, there's somebody's like harming you, or somebody doing something to you, like you feel like some kind of external force is like harming you, so then this will help. That one, my Lama told me this practice and meditation is very powerful to cut the self-grasping mind, which is the root of all the problems. Is very powerful meditation to cut that root, and also to stop or eliminate obstacles that created by external force. So that meditation is what that meditation is for. Okay. So then another one is coming up. Next one, then that's like how to heal physical problem, how to heal using this emptiness meditation. So we'll see. I'll try all my best. Not sure, I can't guarantee how successful it's going to be, but I'll try all my best. There's 2 meditations. First one, that. So second one, and then dealing with. So yesterday, day before yesterday, I remember a long time ago, Steve, told me that somebody's healing somebody. So that person then yesterday, I recall that probably been like 10 to 12 years ago, longer. So all of a sudden I remember that I asked her yesterday, day before yesterday, so if she remembered the books or what. She do remember, but I forgot again the name of the books. She did told me, I forgot. No mindfulness. The frog keep all my mindfulness here. So anyway, so that person heals other people using as a divine power, and that in his case refers to God. But the way he used is very much sounds like emptiness. So I was curious. So anyway, so next Wednesday, time is over now. So next Wednesday, this is what's going to happen. So see, and yeah, okay. Yeah, so
3. The Praiser to the 21 Taras on page 191, as requested by Lama Zopa Rinpoche to remove obstacles to the light of the path retreat. From your sublime abode of the Potala, O Tara born from the green letter Tam, Your crown adorned with Amitabha. Action Mother of the Buddhas of the 3 times star, please come with your attendants. The gods and demigods bow to your lotus feet, O Tara. You who rescue all who are destitute. To you, Mother Tara, I pay homage. All my prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage showers swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous. Sprung from opening stamens of the Lord of Tears, turbine lotus. Homage she whose face combines 100 autumn moons and fulls, blazing with high rays resplendent as 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue and lotus, water-born and hand-adorned, giving effort, calm austerities, patience, meditation, her sphere. Homage crown of Tathagatas, actions triumph without limit. Relied on by conquerors' children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with tutade, whom desire direction and space, trampling with their feet the 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the all Lord, Shakyamuni Buddhia, honored by the host of spirits, corpses, Gandharvas, Yakshas. Homage with their tread sound, destroying postcards diagrams, her feet pressing left out right, and blazing in a raging fireplace. Homage to the very dreadful destroyer of Mars champions. She with frowning lotus visage, who is sayer of all homage at the heart her finger. Sojourn her with ritual mudra, fire masses all excited, all directions feels adorn her. Homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with tutade, subjugating Mars daily. Homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking frowning with their home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon on ornaments most shining. Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage she with wreath ablaze like, beyond ending fire abiding. March that flippant choice around you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scowling with the letter whom the 7 levels she just conquered. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose field is beast Nirvana. She endowed with Om Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, priests whom in knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to the with seed letter, of the shape of syllable, Smear Mandara and India. Homage holding in their hand the Hippomoon of Devalekpa, with spice of Katara MP, totally dispelling poison. Homage she whom gods and their kings and the Kinnaras do honor, armored in our joyful splendor. She dispelled venturings and conflicts. Homage she who's twice bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with Vaisara and Tutade. She dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating power about the set of 3 natures, dressed of the spirits, yakshas, and race corpus supreme today. These praises with the rumantras and prostrations of Sar 21. Then page 190 for the prayer of the benefits. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering at dawn upon waking and in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness, will perfectly pacify all negativities, and will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. The multitudes of conquerors will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with this greatness, one will eventually reach the state of the Buddha. If affected by the most terrible poison, whether ingested, drunk, or from a living being, just remembering will one be thoroughly cleansed. If this prayer is recited 2, 3, or 7 times, will pacify all the sufferings of torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poisons, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you will get a child. If you wish for wealth, you will receive wealth. All your wishes will be fulfilled, and all obstacles pacified. And page 235. The general dedication prayers. Dei Sada Gurpa Shok Janchu Sencho Rinpoche Ma Ke Panam Ke Gyuchi Gewa nyampa me payang, gone gondu pawa shok. Jamper power jita kempada. Kundu zampo de yam de jinte. De da kungi jesu da lochi. Gewa di dan tanche rap tungo. Dusun shepe gewa tanche ki. Ngawa gala cho tu na pade. Da she gewe tawa di kunkang. Sampo chuchu rap tungo wargi. Dagi jene sape gewa di. Tendandro wa kun la gampe dan. Kepa jetsun lo zang da pahi. Tempenim poring du sel jesho. Then long life prayers, page 244, 245. Gandhi rare korwe shinkamde. Pendan dewa malu shingwene. Chere zigwan tenzing yatso yi. Shape site bardu tengyurchi. Jonu iye wana lang tu. Awatare tsembara sopa. Lozange wete don le persho. Shasil gengyo lama soa de. Tupsu chanjin jangen gewe. Tenzin kyompewe. Kunzu do potse. Choksun kuwele mun to do. Padok so du shekundu shapten shok. Om taritu re so ha. 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 Om taritu re so ha.
Geshe, I found the terms you were looking for.
Oh. Yes, yeah.
Can I have the mic?
Please bear with a few minutes. Bear.
Sorry, it'll only be about 45 seconds. Okay. So Geshe was asking what the term was. The point here, when you are in deep meditation on emptiness, that means someone who sees emptiness. What it looks like is clear space. But what he was talking about is when you come out of that meditation, you cook, you clean. Before you saw things as solid, good or evil. Now you see it like illusion. Not illusions, it is real. That concentration is like illusions. And so what he was referring to is the term that he's referring to is illusion-like meditation, or illusion-like meditative, it's illusion-like meditative stabilization, or illusion-like samadhi. Yes, that is much better. Thank you, Chukila. Credit where credit is due. Illusion-like samadhi. What that means is when you come out of meditative equipoise, the way you interact, the way you see things is totally changed. Before, it is absolute, inherent, solid. Now it is, but that doesn't exist. It is like a dream. So that's what he's.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
So I
explain one
can
thing. Yeah.
send that to you, Donna. I'll copy it and send if that's helpful. I don't know.
The next time, please, everybody think about. I've just, while we are reciting 21st prayers, I've been thinking. So like, sometimes there's in the movie they make person out of sand. When wind blows,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you call, blue kind of face kind of disappear, then kind of what do you call?
Disintegrates. You mean the special effects?
Can we do that to ourselves? Like kind of like, I'm not sure. Like, maybe I'm not sure. Like, some idea. Everybody needs to chip in some idea how to reach that the space like experience. How to reach. Maybe this explained maybe 600 years ago. Maybe not more. I'm not sure. Like thinking, okay, maybe when you get inside this room, so then you are going to be disintegrate, maybe slowly the hair gone, like maybe like how the people they made out of sand. The power. So then like then do you still have the sense of self? I think. Even though your body is like say made out of sand, minute you walk in, force in this house, room, kind of disintegrate whole your body. So maybe there's one way to reach to, I'm not sure. Think about now, this body is gone. Do you still feel you? Yeah. Something like that. Everybody needs to think something like that. Is it possible without this body? Is it possible to have sense of self without this body? Can you imagine? Yes, then how to do? How to lead people into that, like without a body, still like say. Otherwise, space like emptiness. Like I'm like. It's kind of like I am not my body. I'm not in my liquid. I'm not heat. It's kind of like throwing out. Oh, I'm not this solid. This is not that. That's gone. That's not me. So then maybe there's nothing left. But still you feel I, who am I? No need to analyze, just pause. Just pause, no need to analyze. Maybe that's the way to reach this space like emptiness. What it looks like nothing. It looks like space. It doesn't look like me, it doesn't look like anybody, it looks like space. Nothing to analyze. So need to think about there's a traditional way, not my body, not my feeling, not my heat inside my body, not oxygen I breathe. It's not like space inside my body. It's not consciousness. If it's consciousness, nobody can see you. You say, I'm my consciousness. Who's going to see you? Nobody's going to see you. And I'm not my name. So now, what is left? Self. What is looks then like meditative ego voice, like emptiness, like space. Think about maybe like eventually, or maybe use some word, the hum, all become empty. You can use the Sanskrit word to lead. So everybody needs help. So I don't know how to do. So I do know what they say in the text, but I don't know, like, so how you. But I'm the only one who speaks Tibetan, so it's very hard to. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Good night. Yeah.